Oh, Rackyrou's a gamer, he plays them on YouTube. He thinks he's quite a good one, but he's really just a noob. For games he has a plenty, and the bad he chucks away. So come on friends and join me, watch some Rackyrou today.
I absolutely loved the movie Finding Nemo as a kid. I remember owning the movie on VHS when the tapes had a blue tip on them. For those of you who have somehow never seen the movie, I'll give you the premise. Finding Nemo is about a fish named Marlin who sadly lost his wife and most of his kids to whatever the hell that is. Only one of his kids survive, and he vows to never let anything happen to him. Years later, Marlin and his only son Nemo head to a school zone only for Nemo to get captured by a diver during a field trip. Marlin goes searching for Nemo and befriends a fish named Dory along the way. Meanwhile, Nemo is taken to an Australian dental care where he befriends some fish who are trying to escape back into the ocean. Anyway, it's a good movie and I recommend it for those who have never seen it. I actually remember going to the McDonald's Playhouse in Plainview, Texas as a kid, and I saw two GameCube machines. One of them had Super Smash Bros. Melee, and the other one had Finding Nemo. My cousins also had a copy of Finding Nemo that they let me borrow from my GameCube. I got as far as the Bruce chasing level before I gave up and played something else. I remember the Finding Nemo game being pretty bad, which is probably why I haven't played it again since I was a kid. But since my wife owns a copy of the game, I figured I'd play it again to see if it's better or worse than I remember. This is Finding Nemo on the GameCube. Alright, so far we see that Disney Interactive made this game. Who else? Oh, THQ, the same people who were involved in Battle for Bikini Bottom. Nice. Traveler's Tales. I don't know who they are. Alright, we're at the main menu and we only have New Game, Load Game, and Play Trailer. First of all, no options menu? What if I want to turn the music down or something? Second of all, since my curiosity got the best of me, the first thing I did was play the trailer. And what a shock, it's a trailer for the movie. Didn't see that one coming. Okay, we can play the game now. When you hit play, you're greeted to a level select screen, and the first level is called Going to School. The level opens up with a clip from the movie, which looks fine, I guess, at least compared to what the actual game looks like.
Nemo, that's my boy. So, how's the lucky fin?
Man, this just screams early 2000s. Just look at those character models. Yikes. Ignoring how the character models look, I did notice a difference between the GameCube, Xbox, and PS2 version. The GameCube and Xbox version has a more realistic look to it, while the PS2 version is more bright and colorful, which I honestly prefer. Sadly, I'm stuck with this boring looking crap. I do like how the subtitles look in each version. They're not just your average flat looking text you see in most games. The game is a side scroller, or as I like to call it, a side swimmer. The whole game consists of getting from point A to point B, following characters, solving puzzles, and swimming through bubbly hula hoops. Hula hoops? There's two types of hula hoops in this game. There's the normal ones and the yellow gas looking ones, which I'll talk about later on. The normal ones are pointless since you don't have to swim through them to beat the game. You only have to swim through them if you want to unlock bonus levels and cutscenes from the film. I think.
Hello, I'm Sheldon. I'm H2O intolerant.
That kid voice actor sounds familiar. Where have I heard that voice before?
And I was playing with my imaginary friend, and Reese hit me because he said I shouldn't talk to myself.
Oh, that's Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle. I like that show.
My name's Nemo. I'm going to school.
Why does Nemo sound like he has a runny nose? My name's Nemo. I'm going to school. After you meet up with Nemo's schoolmates, you have to help them find their friend Pearl, who somehow got lost in a cave. Once you do that, you have to push these rocks out of your way to make a path. Or you can swim around them, but what the hell ever. So how do you do this? You bash the rocks with your face. Oh! You know, this kind of reminds me of a scene from another Disney movie.
What are we gonna do, Buzz?
Use your head.
But I don't want to use my head! Ow!
Are you okay? How's your fin?
How's his fin? I think you mean his head. You need to check and see if he has brain damage. We already have one dumbass fish, we don't need another one. Now that I think about it, this kind of reminds me of another scene from another Disney movie.
Use your head!
There is a little bit of combat in this game, but I find it best to just swim past the enemies most of the time rather than fight them and risk getting killed. You can collect shells in this game, but what exactly are they for? I don't know and I honestly don't care. Moving on. If you swim inside an anemone, An enemy?
Okay, don't hurt yourself.
It will cause Nemo to spin for a short period of time, which also causes him to be invincible. The krill allows Nemo to take an extra hit, which was actually pretty helpful in some cases. What isn't helpful though is the camera. It's way too zoomed in and it's hard to see danger up ahead. There were times where I got stuck on a level because I kept running into things by mistake. Every time you die, you have to watch a death animation play out over and over again. And you can't skip them either, so I hope you enjoy watching Marlin getting dizzy 100 times over. Like I mentioned earlier, there's parts in the game where you have to swim through yellow hula hoops to catch up to certain characters. I absolutely hate these parts, especially in the level where you have to follow Bruce. The hula hoops are right next to enemies and hazards, which is frustrating as all hell. And if you don't catch up to Bruce, he'll just straight up murder you. Jesus Christ! Before capturing footage for this review, I actually got stuck on this level for 40 minutes until I eventually gave up. But when it came time to actually record the gameplay, I was able to beat this level in 3 minutes. On the flip side, the scuba diver section was too easy. All you have to do is let Nemo swim slightly above the diver's goggles, and that's it. The diver won't even reach higher to grab you. He just keeps swiping below his mask. Oh, but the stupidity doesn't stop there. Why does Marlin stop chasing the boat to go grab the mask? The boat's not even going at top speed, and he doesn't even know that there's clues written on the mask. Why does he keep swimming past the mask when transitioning to a different part of the level? Why do the citizens of the ocean kill you when you touch them? What the hell is that? And why do you have to swim through yellow hula hoops to catch up to characters? The game becomes incredibly hard once you start playing as Marlin. In the mask chasing level, you have to dodge these deadly creatures in this big cave area, but because the camera's too zoomed in, you can't see where the hell you're going, so you just keep running into sea snakes or some shit. And you can't take your time with this level because it's under a stupid time limit. The best strategy I had for this level is to swim across the very top or the very bottom of the cave. It had limited success. The Dory level sucks ass because you have to once again swim through the yellow hula hoops to catch up to her. It's not as bad as the Bruce level later on, but it's still not good. This level takes so long to get through. You have to chase down Dory 3 times, and each time you catch her, it takes what seems like 3 to 4 minutes. This is so boring. I really wish I was playing another THQ game that takes place underwater. Something else I noticed is that Ellen DeGeneres doesn't voice Dory in the game, but her voice is still in the clips from the movie. Barry Humphries also doesn't voice Bruce in the game, but for some odd reason, his voice isn't in the clips from the movie. Very strange. Going back to the Bruce level, there's a really stupid dumbass part where Dory has to hop on bombs to get to the other side of the level.
Swim around the bombs.
I don't understand why we have to jump on these bombs in the first place, especially right after Bruce just said,
Careful, my little tidbits. You don't want to be popping any of them balloons. It'd be bad for your health, mate, and mine.
You would also think this would be easy to get through. But, upsettingly enough, there's a delay in the movement when you're trying to hop on the bombs. Another problem I have with this level, and other levels similar to it, is that it's way too dark. There are some parts in the game where you just straight up can't see. I suggest that you turn off the lights in your room before you start playing the game. Actually, what I really suggest is that you don't play this game at all. Probably the worst thing about this game is the stupid slide puzzles. Oh my god! Who the hell thought this was a good idea? I mean, yeah, this sucked, but this is just beyond stupid. You know, maybe it's because I have autism, but I literally spent more than 30 minutes trying to get past this sliding puzzle the first time. The second time I did this, I just looked up tips and tricks on YouTube because I was not going to spend another 30 minutes trying to solve the damn puzzle. Let's talk about another level called Wanahagalugi. Oh my god, I just got that. This level really pissed me off. Not because it was hard, but because I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing. I got to this switch thinking it was supposed to do something, but nothing happened. So I swam around aimlessly for about 10 to 15 minutes trying to figure out what the hell I was supposed to be doing until I realized that I was supposed to keep hitting the switch until the toy diver dropped all the way to the bottom of the tank. OMFG. You know, for a game that's made for kids, this game is ridiculously hard, even for adults like me. I can't imagine any kid ever enjoying this crap. I certainly didn't enjoy it when I was a kid. Hell, my wife owned this game when she was a kid, and she didn't even like it. In fact, I'm pretty sure this game is the reason why she doesn't like video games all that much. I went on the internet to see if there were any cheat codes for this game to make it easier, and surprisingly there are. But no matter how many times I tried activating the cheat codes, they just wouldn't work. I suppose I'll end this review on a somewhat positive note by saying, after many years of renting and borrowing this game, I am happy to report that I have finally beat this game and that I never ever have to play it again. Unless, of course, I'm doing a live stream. But that's really all the positive things I can say here. Finding Nemo on the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox is a terrible game, and what's really disturbing is that this game was somehow promoted as player's choice. How is that even possible? I can understand games like Mario Sunshine, Smash Bros. Melee, Luigi's Mansion, Kirby Air Ride, Battle for Bikini Bottom, Simpsons Hit and Run, and Resident Evil 4, but Finding Nemo? No! If gamers actually voted for their favorite game, I guarantee that Finding Nemo wouldn't be under anybody's radar.
In fact, I'm just gonna say it. Finding Nemo is the worst GameCube game I have ever played. The graphics are bad, the gameplay is boring, the levels are too hard, and overall, the game is not very fun to play. Even if you're a fan of the movie, I still wouldn't recommend this game to anyone. If you were even thinking about picking this game up, my advice to you is to just keep swimming. Well, that's all I gotta say, so I'm gonna go ahead and play something else. This is so much better, THQ.
Oh, Rackyrou's a gamer and review the game he did. Be sure to come back next time for another cracking vid. Now if you'd like to see more, or maybe join the tribe, just scroll down from this video, comment, like, and subscribe! Thank you.
It's morning, everyone! Today's the day! The sun is shining, the tank is clean, and we are getting out of... The tank is clean.
That's Bonnie from Mom!